Hello, it's Nikki. How you doing? Today I want to talk about getting paid, which is very essential if you want to be in business, and understanding how you can make that process easier is a really great use of your time. But I want to say something very loudly and clearly, that the actual getting paid part will be the easiest, because we are at a brilliant digital time where there are systems and processes to be able to take care of that. And very easily and quickly, we can get paid from anywhere in the world. We can make payments on our phone. We can click our phone to make a payment. We can set stuff up that is going to not involve our involvement at all. And that's what I want to say first and foremost, that the actual getting paid part will be the easiest part. But what you may want to explore or focus on is how you can support that decision and bring people to a point where they are ready to pay you with ease and flow. And it's an interesting conversation because many of us have had to understand the management of money. And what I mean by this is, I don't believe that for so many of us of a certain age that our education was set up to talk about money, to talk about credit or taxes or mortgages or anything like that. And many of us have had to figure it out as we go along. And there was this narrative around it was okay to buy a new top to go out or a nice handbag. But investing in yourself or your education or with a coach or hiring staff, it had a slight stigma attached to it. Like, who are you to think you can do that? Or that's a lot of money. Are you going to make it back? Are you good with money, etc.? So 2 things I want to share with you today is, number one, it's about widening that net of possibility and not being fixated on small things. So I want to give you an example. When I started acting, I was really keen to get a job. and not just really keen, like, oh, that would be nice. I knew that I had to get a job and make it work because I'd gone through a lot of financial sacrifice, and my parents had, to be able to get me through the training. And B, I'd had a taster. So I left drama school 5 months early. I got 2 jobs back to back and I was off to the races. And having that taste so early on of like, oh, this might happen, was really addictive. And I wanted to keep that momentum going, basically. And so sometimes there would be this case where I would have like 2 auditions, and they would be really good, great, lovely auditions. And I would then leave both of those audition rooms, and then I would get into my own head. So what would this look like? Well, it would look like this. I would go into my head a lot, analysing the process. Did I read that line in the right way? Did I smile at the receptionist as I walk past? Like, what did I do? I'd then try and second guess the logistics, like how many people are they seeing? When are they doing the recalls? And I would get obsessed / probably a bit desperate. And what that did was, instead of being laser focused of being like, I really want this job, it put too much pressure on it. And it's almost like that moment if somebody's walking towards you and they get right up into your face, you're not going to go closer towards them. You're actually going to back up and go, oh, I don't know, it feels a bit uncomfortable. I'm just going to step back here. And that's what the process happened there. So I really understood very quickly, because I had to learn it a few times, as you know, often these things take from you. But I had to widen that net. I had to create more opportunities and more possibilities and throw lots of things out there. And then in that process, have that trust and that capability, I guess, to land 1 or 2 or maybe 3, who knows? And it's like that with clients as well. I know that there's this pressure sometimes to, like, for example, I don't like feeling pressured to sign up for something or do something. Like when you keep getting, when people go, I saw you viewed this video, Nikki, can you do this? Da, 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 da. And I've spoken about this before. I remember being on somebody's emailing list and I had clicked on a workshop or something, and then suddenly they were like, Dean in the office says that you've only watched 3 minutes of this, and it was so automated and a bit weird as well. And yeah, I get that level of customer services. Of course, like people do things in different ways, but I've always come back to this fact that I have to keep my net really wide in terms of possibility. The second thing I want to talk about is how can you support your client or your customer to make a purchase, an investment, a commitment with you in confidence. And when I welcome a new client into my coaching, or if I book a speaking gig or an acting job or anything like that, I never want that exchange to be like, well, I don't know, hopefully it'll work out, or I'm not really sure about this, but I feel like it's too late to back out. I want people, opportunities, jobs to come in where they're like, yes, let's get going. We are going to be a great match. I want that excitement. I want that buzz of like, let's do this. And so here's a visual I want to share with you. Imagine that you're in a long queue. And whether that's going a windy queue to get to a point of actually paying for the thing, or whether you're in a queue for a roller coaster and you're queuing up, you know, and sometimes you're like, it says 40 minutes. Wow, that's a long time. You might enter that queue feeling excited, feeling raring to go, like, yes, I can't wait to purchase this thing, or I can't wait to ride this thing. And then as time goes on, if you're just focusing on this decision, suddenly your mindset might start to come out to play. And what I mean by this is that's maybe when self-doubt kicks in, or what ifs, or maybe I shouldn't, or I don't know if this is the right thing. And once you're in that queue, yes, you could just stay there and go, oh, it's normal, it's part of the process. But there might be a point of going, well, maybe this is not meant for me because this queue is really long and I'm having to wait for this, and I don't know how I feel about this. So your job as a business owner is, in order to make that endpoint of the getting paid bit to be the easiest, you need to have lots and lots of people in your world, lots of ideal clients in your world, not just going, well, I need 5 people, like let's do that, and then fixating and pressuring those. That is not what you want to be doing at all. You want to widen that net of opportunities. And secondly, think about how you can give reassurance to those people who are in your queue, who are already like hovering around, debating, like, I don't know, or I'm kind of in the, I want it, I'm going to join the queue anyway, but I'm going to see how I go. How can you support those people? How can you tell them what they're going to gain? How can you share that vision of, if you can just hang tight, or if you could just save up to do that, or if you could provide this commitment for yourself in your diary, when you get there, it's going to be amazing. So that's what that's all about. It's not about the getting paid. It's not about being so fixated on like, has that person paid my invoice yet? Has that person paid my invoice? But equally, I understand that as well, because sometimes when people say they pay invoices, they don't. But yeah, This is about keeping the options open, keeping the opportunities flowing, looking up, seeing how you could do different things in different ways, and being excited about it. And secondly, really supporting your client. How can you tell them that they're going to be in safe hands? Because they are. You will have really considered how you're going to support people and the solutions that you provide. So let them know. Don't hide. Give a bit more of yourself and show how you can support them. If you're interested in pricing and packaging and really thinking about, right, where do you go next? Check out the pricing and packaging section on my website under Building Your Personal Brand. I'll leave all the description down below. There's an online course and also a kind of, I was going to say VIP, but everybody's a very important person. There's a kind of a bumper session essentially where you can do the course and have a one-on-one session with me as well. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear what you're practically going to do with this information. And yeah, I'll catch you again very soon. Lots of love. Bye.